remember what was happening 19 years ago? What was going on in the US economy, with our political climate, within science, education, and the entertainment industry? Yeah, me neither, because I wasn't born yet. Hi, my name is Rebecca Rice, and I was born in October of the year 2000. And today we're going to be taking a look at what the economy, politics, science, education, and entertainment industry was like in the year and month of my birth. So let's dive right in, shall we? The economy in the US wasn't at its worst, but it wasn't at its best either. The US was about to enter the early 2000s recession, which the UK was already in, but the US starts entering around 2002. We can see evidence of this in the gas prices being higher than they were in previous years. The national average for a gallon of gas in October of 2000 was $1.48, which doesn't seem like a lot compared to today's prices, which is over $2 for a gallon, but it was considerably more than the gas had been 2 years ago. Crude oil delivery prices skyrocketed. The U.S. went from paying $1.51 to $35.14 per barrel for crude oil to be delivered to the U.S. This was a 10-year high for the nation, and oil stocks plummeted as a result because nobody wanted to be involved in such an expensive game. And not everything was bad, though. We did have an unemployment rate of only 3.9%, meaning only about 4% of American citizens were unemployed at that time. Directly tied to our economy is the political climate. The president at the time was President Bill Clinton, and his vice president was Al Gore. Because it was October of 2000, the November of 2000 presidential elections were right around the corner, and that campaign was already in full swing, with George Bush as the Republican candidate and Al Gore as the Democratic candidate. On October 11th, Congress passed the Trafficking Victims Protection Act. This was one of the first acts that Congress passed to provide tools to combat against human trafficking. It established some of the first government organizations to directly deal with this issue, and the main goal of this bill was to prevent, suppress, and punish human trafficking, specifically the trafficking of women and children. And this was the first bill to set up international standards for the U.S. as to how we will respond to this issue. Moving on, another thing that happened on October 11th was that NASA launched its 100th space shuttle mission, the STS-92. This was launched in the Space Shuttle Discovery and was a 12-day mission for International Space Station Assembly, where they would take parts into space to assemble some station for future porting and docking of future missions. Over the course of this mission, the shuttle traveled a total of 4.9 million miles and did 202 revolutions around the Earth. Continuing our look at science and technology in October of 2000, October 31st saw the shutdown of the last Multics machine. This stood for Multiplexed Information and Computing Services. This machine was designed for the computing and storing of large amounts of information and was the first machine of this type to use the page-segmented storage system. This machine was used by General Motors and Ford in the 80s and 90s until the last machine was shut down in October of 2000. The education wasn't going too poorly either at that time. We saw only 5 out of every 100 high schoolers that had entered high school in September had dropped out by October. And 63% of the graduating class of 2000 were enrolled in colleges by October of 2000. When we take a look at the entertainment industry, we can see that from October 11th to November 4th, Come On Over Baby by Christina Aguilera was the top song. So for most of October, that was the top song. 2 very popular TV shows saw their debut in October of 2000, these shows being CSI and Gilmore Girls, whose first episodes aired only 1 day apart. Gilmore Girls aired from October 5th of 2000 to May 15th of 2007, and CSI aired from October 6th of 2000 to September 27th, 2015. When we take a look at the video gaming industry, Sony released Spyro Year of the Dragon for the PlayStation on October 24th, and this is still the most well-received and popular game of the Spyro franchise. The popular 2000s boy band the Jonas Brothers saw the birth of their youngest brother, Frankie Jonas, in October of 2000, and though he never joined the band, he was born in that time period, along with Will Smith's daughter, Willow Smith. So what does all of this information show us? What does taking a look at the economy, politics, science, education, and entertainment industry of October of 2000 show? Well, it shows how every year of history is different. And not only is every year different, but each month within each year is different. The economy is shifting, politics is changing, science is making new discoveries, and so on. It's important to take a look at history so that we can see what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. We can see where improvements need to be made by looking at the past, and we can see what we're doing right and what we should continue to do and what we should continue to strive for as a nation. Thank you very much for listening, and this is my audience.